Hey everyone, RJ here. Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm taking a look at the Google Pixel 2 XL and should you buy this phone here in 2022? Okay, so I purchased this phone not long ago on Amazon and I got it for a very good deal. I got it in this nice Panda edition. Now it is in this case, and so I'm going to take it out of the case. This is a Ghost Tech case. It's a really nice case. It fits very well and it fits very, very snug. So you just kind of gotta, just kind of push it on through there and everything. But yeah, really nice case. Now this is the Panda edition, the white on black, and I think it looks really good. One of the best looking colors, in my personal opinion, for the Pixel 2 XL. Now this phone came out in 2017. And this phone still works very well. There's only a couple of reasons why you may not want to pick up this phone, which I will mention that here in just a moment. But first, I'm going to give you a brief overview of some of the specs this phone had back in 2017. So this phone ran the Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 processor. It had 4 gigabytes of RAM, and it had a choice of 64 gigs or 128 gigs. Now this one right here is the 128 gigabyte version, and it was brand new, surprisingly, when I pulled it when I ordered it. And you can tell whenever Pixel phones are new because of the way they're sealed. Now it does have one camera there on the rear, and it is the typical 12.2 megapixel camera. I think from the Pixel 2 on until the Pixel 6, they had the same camera sensor, but of course, with the upgrades and the processors and stuff like that, the software got better and it just made better photos, stuff like that. And of course, the front was an 8 megapixel camera, and you could record in 4K at 30 frames per second, 1080p at 30 or 60 frames per second, and all that kind of good stuff. The display on this phone is a 6-inch POLED 1440 by 2880 resolution display with 538 pixels per inch. And I gotta say, screen looks pretty good on this thing, and has corner and Gorilla Glass 5 and an always on display. Now this thing shipped with Android version 8, so a long time ago. But it does have Android 11 on this phone, and you could possibly give it Android 12, but I can't go into that because I have no idea what to do on that. So really nice phone here. It's got a lot of nice features. It does have IP67 dust and water resistance up to 1 meter for 30 minutes, so that's always nice. Turning the phone around here, you do have those dual front firing speakers. They don't sound the greatest in the world. It can't match up with some of the newer phones that we have out now, but dual front facing, they sound really good whenever you are watching the video or whatever the case may be. Of course, fingerprint scanner here on the rear works very, very nice. It has a 3520 milliamp hour battery with fast charging capped at 10.5 watts. So 10 watts now, of course, is nothing, but I guess back in 2017, 10 watts was pretty decent. And from what I'm seeing here, the price on this phone at release was around $500 to $600. Correct me if I'm wrong, depending on the storage model and all that kind of stuff there. So that was the specs here of this Pixel 2 XL. And do I think this is still a good phone in 2022? And I have to say yes, okay? It still runs very smooth. The battery, surprisingly, now this phone was sealed up for quite a while. Apparently, I mean, I had it sit in the warehouse for quite a while, and the battery life lasts about what you'd expect. I mean, it still does a good job playing games, watching videos, doing your normal activities. It does a pretty good job, and really don't have any issues with it. So let's go ahead and turn the screen on here, the rear fingerprint scanner, and this screen is very vibrant. It looks very good. Hoping that the camera here is actually picking it up very good, but I'm recording these Pixel reviews with a Pixel. So I've been mentioning a while back that I was going to review every Pixel that I have, starting with the Pixel 2 XL, and this is where it starts. So 2 XL, here it is. And you can see here, of course, it does have the bezels on the top and the bottom, but who cares really? I mean, you got your camera up there, your front firing speakers, top and bottom. On the left side here, You have your SIM slot on top, microphone on the bottom, USB Type-C, and of course on the right is your orange colored power button and your volume rocker. So nice little accent going on there. So you're saying now, is this phone capable anymore? Can this phone still work and perform very well? Like some of the newer phones. Well, of course, with the phones with the 8 Gen 1, the 888 and stuff like that, I mean, it's going to be slower, of course. I mean, that's just to be expected. But like I said at the beginning of the video, there's two reasons why you would not want to pick up this phone. One reason is because you just too afraid to be seen with a phone from 2017, and you pretty much associate your social status by the cell phone that you're using, which is really stupid. And the second reason is more legitimate, which would be updates. Now, this does have Android 11. If I go in here to my settings, let's go down here. Well, let's get it to go back. There we go. We'll go down here to System, Advanced, go to Update. You'll see that the regular updates have ended for this device. It got Android 11. Ooh, come on, focus for me now. October 5th of 2020 was its last security update, and it won't get anything else. All right. So that could be a reason right there not to buy this phone. However, like I said, you can't update this phone to Android 12 and probably give it the latest security patch. Might want to resort to some other sites for that, but I'm not going to get into all of that here. Now, up here at gestures, this does have the active edge. It's turned off right now, but of course you can squeeze for assistance, squeeze to silence your phone, open assistant when screen is off, stuff like that. So if you like that kind of stuff right there, then yeah, there it is. I'm having focusing issues. I do apologize for that. But you got swipe fingerprint for notifications up and down. You got all these system navigations. I mean, just a bunch of stuff here in the Pixel 2 XL. And I think it's just a very solid device. I mean, yeah. And like I may mention, storage on this in here was 128 gigs, and I have had it for a while and got some stuff downloaded, and I'm still good on storage on this phone. I mean, it is what it is. And it has basically the same thing that you see on every other phone from Pixel. You got your Android Auto, you have your NFC, your CAS, printing, stuff like that. So I'm not going to bother you with all that stuff. I did run a Geekbench 5 test. I'll go ahead and show you that test now. You can see here you got a score of 352 and a multi-core score of 1360. You may be saying that's kind of low, it's not going to perform like, blah, blah, blah. But actually it really does. Now looking at the single core, you can kind of see where it stacks up next to the average and to the Pixel 4 and 4 XL. That's as far as Geekbench goes here on this. And of course the multi-core, you can see right there from the Pixel 4 XL to my device at 1360. It is what it is. But honestly, it performs very well. I'm going to go ahead right now and crank up Asphalt 9 and show you the gameplay on high performance mode. Okay, so we're loading it up here. It's on high performance mode. You might see a little bit of jitter here and there because it is an older phone, but we're going to look at it here and see. Well, okay, I'm not seeing a bit of stutter here. So I think I'm proving my point that on the highest quality setting, this thing still plays games flawlessly. Now, of course, it may load a little bit slower starting up. It may have a little bit of a delay here and there. But, of course, this is a 2017 phone, all right? It's not a brand new phone. It's not an 8 Gen 1 or an 888 or none of the other stuff. Okay, this phone's pretty old. It's 5 years old, okay? Let's go ahead right now. I kind of want to show you how the screen looks and the audio quality and all that stuff. So I'm going to pull up a YouTube video right now, and we'll check that out. Okay, so I got a scenery video here pulled up here in full 1080, And let's take a look at it. Got the speakers wide open, put the non-copyright video and audio. Let's check it out now. Viewing angles are really good. It looks so much better in real life than it does on camera here. Speakers sound really good. They sound really nice and full. Alright, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Okay, so one last thing I want to hit on before we end this video. I know it's kind of long, drug out, but this is my full review here of the Pixel 2 XL 5 years later. Okay, now I had it 5 years, but it's 5 years old. So anyway, that is the camera. Let's see what we have here in the camera. Got your 1x, got your 2x zoom. Gonna look very good. Of course, up here, got your pull down here for your flash, HDR on or off for auto, motion photos, your ratio being widescreen or 4:3. Going to your settings here, and you got all this stuff here. Google Lens, social share, your gestures, all that stuff. Device storage. You can, do all this here. You can see on the screen right there. Here in advanced, show dirty lens warning, RAW and JPEG control. Okay, so nice. So camera resolution, you got full resolution and medium resolution. That's all it shows. Okay. Video stabilization there, of course, is on. So we'll get back out of there. Got your portrait mode here as well. So really nice stuff. You can go there or 1.3 times in. Got night sight, of course, 1 time and 2 times. So let's go over here to video. I'll pull the drop down here. So you can record in full HD at 30 and 60 frames per second and 4K at 30 frames. And that's pretty much all there is to it there in the settings. So, yeah, and here your modes. You got panorama, photosphere, playground, and your lens. So pretty basic stuff here. But, honestly, if you can get this phone brand new, now finding this phone brand new, especially in this favored color, okay, the Panda edition. If you find the 2XL in 128 gig, which is also hard to find, especially brand new. If you can get it for $150 or less, I would say this is still a grab. Now, buy one refurbished, being an OLED display, buy one refurbished, you're taking a chance, with screen burning and stuff like that. But if you can find one brand new for $150 or less, I say go for it. But that's always up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I know this was long and drawn out and everything, but it's a full review, so what do you expect? So anyway, self-informative anyway. Hit that like button. Any questions you may have, leave it down below. If you're new around here and haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for future videos. Hit that bell for all notifications. Turn it on for all notifications. I'd be appreciated. Y'all have a good one, and thanks for watching.